The reopened inquest into the death in police custody of Cape Town anti-apartheid activist Imam Abdullah Haron enters its second day today with in-loco inspections at the Cape Town and Maitland police stations. Haron was detained for 123 days in 1969. He was found dead in his police cell on the 27th of September the same year. The court is being presided over by Judge Daniel Thulare. The latest from SABC reporter Vanessa Poonah and video journalist Lukhanyo Mazantsana, who are following the proceedings. A very good morning to you, Vanessa. What's happening on day two?
Yes, good morning to you. And the family members of Imam Haron have already arrived here outside the Cape Town Central Police Station. This, of course, is the first site of an in-loco inspection scheduled to take place today as part of the High Court sitting, the inquest into the 1969 death of the Imam. Of course, Cape Town Central, then known as Caledon Square, is the first place where the Imam was brought after his arrest in May in 1969. I'm joined now by his two daughters, Fatima Haron Massoud, as well as Shamila Seamus, in terms of today's proceedings, and also just to reflect on what they had heard during the first sitting yesterday. Very warm good morning to you, Fatima, as well as you, Shamila. Very briefly, so here we are at the then Caledon Square Police Station, an in-loco inspection really to ascertain the details around your father's incarceration. And also, as we understand, this inquest is to finally, 53 years later, to determine his cause of death between Cape Town Central, as it's known now, and Maitland police stations. What are your expectations of today?
Good morning to your viewers. Well, at the moment, I'm standing here with mixed emotions, trying to take 53 years steps back, thinking of the day when he was arrested and coming to the unknown, not knowing where he was going, my father. And for me, it's my first visit to then known as Caledon Square, now Cape Town Central Police Station. I've never ever been inside the cell. I don't know the length or the height of the steps or the amount of steps. To me, it's all the unknown. My brother can bear testimony to that. Not that he was inside of the police station at the time, but I remember very clearly there was once when my uncle and he came, and on the side where my father was held prison he called out to my father, and my father did respond. But you can speak to my brother about that. About Maitland Police Station many years ago, the late Mrs. Eulalie Stott and kindly Mary Burton, they took us to Maitland Police Station, and there, of course, we relived the memory of his death. We saw the cell, we went into the courtyard, and yes, there I saw the amount of steps. If my memory serves me right, it was about 5 or 4 steps. I'm not too exactly sure, but today we'll know the amount of steps. So through my mind, I always thought of him falling at Maitland Police Station. It could all be different. It could have been that he fell here at Caledon Square. We don't know. My expectations for today is the trajectory analysis would give us a clear update into the position he fell. Where could he have fallen? Was it at Maitland Police Station, or was it here at Caledon Square or Cape Town Central Police Station?
Let me bring in here just your sister, just very briefly. I understand that you've travelled from overseas to attend this inquest, Shamila. Yesterday's first sort of sitting, your sister yesterday said that, as the family, a little bit disappointed in terms of what had come out of court. Of course, we did hear that there were gaping holes with regards to, the officers, the security branch involvement, the fact that the police wardens, for example, were sort of told not to interfere too much with security branch detainees. Your takeaway from the first witness, of course, a Lieutenant Colonel that took the stand yesterday, your impressions as the family?
We learned there was lots of cover, and we weren't told the truth. And it was so evident and clear that there were things that Van Wyk would say to the warden who was in Maitland, just do your job and don't interfere.
So these are small things, but it's important things. I mean, there was no evidence about fingerprints, about blood stains, one picture of Imam on the floor, and no independent inquiries. These are all things we wanted to ask.
And of course, the family, of course, also were not present at the post-mortem, and that, I suppose, is also an issue that you had taken over these past 53 years.
Yes, Van Wyk was there. He was with the body up to the mortuary. We were told the news in the evening, not soon after he died. So there are lots of gaping questions, and this is the answer.
That he died in the morning, and we were told the evening. So, so did he die the morning or did he die the day before? Because we were always informed that he died on the 27th. So all this uncertainty will be all this uncertainty, unknown, will be unpacked partly today, and as the days go by, we will have more
Fatima and Shamila, thank you so much for your time this morning. Of course, they're the daughters of late Imam Haron, just explaining what they're hoping to come out of this inquest, what they're hoping to hear at the Cape Town Central and Maitland police stations during this in-loco inspections due to take place here in Cape Town today.